who are going to tell us all about the brilliant destinations and the hotels today. Okay, so I'm going to let everybody introduce yourselves first. So, Luke, tell us who you are, where you're from, and what your prize is, please.
I will do, Scylla. So my name's Luke. I'm the BDM for Royalton Resorts in the UK, and my prize is £50, but you have to be signed up to the royaltonrewards.co.uk programme to receive it. And it's for UK only, unfortunately, today. Sorry, guys.
But it is coming. It is coming.
It is coming. It is coming.
Exactly. Chiara.
Hi, everyone.
Sorry.
No worries. Thanks, Sarah. I'm Kira. I am the Senior Sales and Marketing Executive on Discover Puerto Rico's international team. And today we're offering £50 worth of Love to Shop vouchers. And that's also just for the UK audience. But thanks, everyone, for joining.
Super. Thank you very much. And Vic.
Hi everybody, Victoria here from Bay Gardens Resorts in St. Lucia. You can see in the background I am on the beach at the moment, and today I'm going to be giving away 3 nights free of charge, all inclusive for 2 people, and it's open to all markets.
Perfect. So somebody could be sat on that beach sending us a video, enjoying a cocktail.
Yep, come and join me.
Winner. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to start the webinar today. Listen out carefully, everybody, because we're going to do the fastest finger first for the questions right at the very, very end. But what it means is you get 10 entries into the spin to win that we'll do tomorrow. So keep listening, keep learning, and I will send up a full follow-up to everybody with all the contact details of all of your speakers today. So, Luke, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so as I've already mentioned, my name's Luke Swarbrook. I am the BDM for Blue Diamond Resorts, which covers Royalton, Planet Hollywood and other brands as well as. This slide is just basically to share with you my email address. So if anyone's got any questions, queries, issues, anything at all with regards to any Blue Diamond Resort product, please drop me an email. It's lswarbrook@bluediamondresorts.com. Also, my mobile telephone number's on there as well. So if you want to give me a call and that's easy for you to do that, please give me a call as well as. But I share the same background as you guys. I've been in retail travel for nearly 16 years and share the same travel passion as you guys as well as. So that's a bit about me, but the main thing is to share my contact details with you guys. Before we start the presentation, I just want to share with you guys basically what we've done to keep the safety of guests in resort. So we've come up with a steering wheel called a Safety Assured Program. Okay, so what we've basically done is put the 2-meter rule in place in all of the Royalton properties. We've had to go through a huge audit before we could actually reopen the doors to any of our properties, just to make sure, obviously, like I say, the safety of guests is the most vital and important thing with today's sort of situation we're all in. So 2-meter ruling, so you'll have one way in, one way out. So one-way system's been put in everywhere. We've got things like the all hand sanitizers. Again, any entry to the gym, the spa, any restaurants, we've got the hand sanitizers available. We've even sent all our staff on a training and awareness course, so they're fully up to speed of what they need to do in resort. The other thing what we do is there's a 24-hour room service. So what that basically means is if we've stayed in the room, we deep clean that room and we don't put any other guest in that room for at least 24 hours later. With regards to our restaurants, if all our a la carte restaurants, now themed restaurants are off a menu anyway, so everything's freshly prepared from a chef. But if you do go into one of our buffet restaurants, everything is pre-plated for you, so and covered in cellophane. So let's say, for example, you want at breakfast time, you want omelets, that kind of thing. They will freshly prepare that for you in front of you and put that on your plate. But if you want the salad bar, it's already been pre-prepared for you on a plate, like I say, and covered over. So that's what we're doing at the moment. Like I say, safety for any guest staying in any of our resorts is priority, hence why we've got the Safety Assured program in place. Today, I'm going to be taking you all over to Antigua and talking to you about our amazing Royalton Antigua property. 294 rooms. It's not huge for an all-inclusive property. However, on the island of Antigua, it is a fairly large size, 294 rooms is. Opened the doors to this property in May 2019, so it is still fairly new. And obviously with what's happened recently, as well as we've not been at full capacity, unfortunately, but the maximum capacity at the moment with the COVID ruling is 60% in resort. So what is Royalton? So what do you get for booking a Royalton Resorts? So it's an all-in luxury product. We are a 5-star brand and we're all inclusive. So you get your internationally branded drinks, okay? We also got all-in connectivity. What that basically means is that we give you free Wi-Fi throughout the whole of the resort, not just in designated areas, like some of our competitors out there, even on the beach, and I've tried it. I've called my colleagues back at home in the rainy, cold UK, whilst I've been on a nice sunny beach in Dominican Republic before. It does work, it's amazing. With our rooms, we've gone with the modern facilities in our rooms. So we've got USB charging stations in all our rooms. How many times have we been on holiday and we've taken the wrong plug? I've done it, absolutely fine. If you've got a USB connector at the end of it, you're absolutely fine. We've got the USB charging stations. We've even got Bluetooth audio stations in there as well. You can order room service from your TV, 24 hours, 7 days a week, not a problem at all. We've even got the jacuzzi baths in your room. So we've thought of absolutely everything to have that modern touch. You can even make a telephone call back to a UK landline and it costs you nothing. So as long as it's to a landline, it's absolutely fine. It's free of charge there for you. The other thing with our rooms is we have an online room selector. So once you've made the reservation for your customers, you can refer them to the royaltonresorts.com website, and they can actually pre-book their room for $60 US for the leading category room, which is the one you can see on this slide at the moment. Our restaurants, they are reservation free. It's a first come, first serve to all of our a la carte restaurants. Let's say one night you turn up to our famous Hunter's Steak restaurant and they haven't got a table ready for you at that time. What they will do is give you a pager. You can go off to the Martini bar or one of the bars close to the restaurant, and the pager will flash to let you know when your table's ready for you. The longest time is around 25 minutes to wait for a table. But the average a la carte restaurants in all our Royalton resorts is around 10 to 12 a la carte restaurants. So there shouldn't be any reason why you should be waiting for a table. We also have something called sports events guarantee. What that basically means is if you're a diehard sports fan like myself, I want to be watching the football on the TV on a Saturday afternoon. Okay, so the Score Sports Bar in any of the Royalton resorts will guarantee any major sporting events. That's UK and US. So absolutely fine there as well. That's basically an overview of what you will get for booking a Royalton Resorts, and this is what you will also get in Antigua. You can upgrade your customers to the Diamond Club. Okay, so this is the highest end what we offer in any of our Royalton resorts. So what do you get? Let's paint a picture for Diamond Club. So your guests arrive in resort, they'll be taken away to their own designated and personalized check-in service. Once they get there, they'll be introduced to their butler. Now their butler will be their butler for the duration of your stay in resort. Once you've done that, you'll be asked then what kind of liquor do you want in your room? You get to pick up to 3 bottles of premium branded liquor in your room for your own optics. Once you've done all that, your butler then will take your cases up to your room, which is what we call a preferred room location. So you are guaranteed to have the best room when it comes down to views and the area of where that room is. So it's close to all the amenities, overlooking the beach and the amazing Caribbean Sea. And you will get a larger room as well as. Not only that, you will get your own private part of the beach for Diamond Club members only, guests only. You even get a private pool for Diamond Club guests only as well as, which is all weighted service. You get discounts in the spa. You get preferential reservations in all the a la carte restaurants. And also, dotted around the resort, there will be Diamond Club lounges. And they are basically full with premium drinks. All your butlers will be there. And you get finger buffet food as well in there if you just want to get out with some for 10 minutes and take advantage, obviously, of the Diamond Club lounges. Okay, just a couple of pictures I want to show you before I go into a bit more detail about the hotel on how amazing the hotel is. So this is an aerial view of Antigua, Royalton Antigua. And as you can see there on the right hand side of this picture, we have overwater bungalows. We are the only brand and the only hotelier in Antigua to offer overwater bungalows. Nobody else can offer them. We have 6 of them. And I will go into a bit more detail with them in a couple of slides' time. This is our lobby area. As you can see, a very busy day when we took this picture, full of guests. But this is just an idea, obviously, we took this picture before we opened the doors to the property, but you'll see how, again, the mood lighting in there and how beautiful and open it is. Nice and airy there for you. Standard room in Antigua. Beautiful, well equipped again with all the modern facilities in there. This is our bay view. Again, very similar to the standard room, but with a fantastic view of the bay. And this is our swim up room. So you get your own private pool on this one, which is also incredible. You can hire out our private cabanas. We have many private cabanas around the pool area, some overlooking the beach as well. And you can hire these out for around $150 US for the day. But in there, you get all your liquors in there, you get a TV in there, you even get a bed in there, which is incredible. But you also get your own infinity pool as well with your private cabana. So again, you can arrange to have these before you go, or you can arrange this in resort if you wanted to as well as. Amazing infinity pool overlooking the beautiful white sandy beach and obviously that amazing Caribbean Sea in the background there. We have a thing called a gym. I don't know what one of those is, but apparently many people go to these. Fully equipped, as you can see, with all the latest and modern equipment in there. Even free weights are in there as well as. But if you wanted to and you are set up and you're a diehard, obviously, gym fanatic, you can even set up a training regime with your own personal trainer. Again, it's a local cost, but you can set this up in resort if you wanted to as well to carry on your regime whilst you're on your holiday. We have a world-class spa. And again, the spa is, it's got a lot of hydro, I can't say the word, sorry, but you get understand what I mean. But you've got a lot of things in there as well as, and you can obviously get your treatments. And if you're a Diamond Club guest, you get to get a discount as well within the spa. Kids clubs. We've got kids clubs on site. We have kids clubs from the age of 4 to the age of 12. Again, you get all your colouring, you do shows at a night time. You've got your latest gaming consoles out there. So absolutely everything going on in the kids clubs. Again, very safe. And we have professionals who look after the children's clubs as well as. We also have a teen club, and that's from the age of 13 to 17. And again, you've got TVs in there. You've got pool tables, table tennis. So a lot of facilities again going on in there. We have a splash park as well for the children. So again, This is more for the younger children between the age of 4 to 12. I don't think the older children would appreciate it very much. But again, we do have a splash park on site as well as for the younger children. Going back to the 6 over water bungalows, again, you get your own private infinity pool. You get a hammock over the amazing Caribbean Sea. You even get a golf cart, cart shuttle service, which takes you around the whole of the resort. But if you do have any guests who stay in our over water bungalows, you'll get a private transfer luxury car, what will pick you up from the airport and take you back again, a bottle of champagne upon arrival, and you do get a butler service as well as. Now, this is for adults only, so no children can go in the overwater bungalows. It does say a maximum occupancy of 3 adults. However, it's more for honeymoon couples, that kind of thing. So I would say it's more on the 2 adults rather than the 3, but we can fit a 3rd adult in there if needs be. Just a couple of pictures again, just to show you how amazing the overwater bungalows are. With the glass floor there, where you can see underneath into the sea. Bedroom area. And again, just that amazing view from your deck and your infinity pool there. And just an overview of what the 6 look like in resort. I just want to take this time to say thank you for taking your time out. I am going to finish with a video in a second for a minute or so, but I just wanted to tell you about our reward program. So we've got the royaltonrewards.co.uk. If you've not signed up already, please do so, and you can sign up to our sister brands as well, which is Planet Hollywood and Starfish. So please go on there and sign up if you can. And I'm just going to quickly finish with a video of the amazing Royalton Antigua.
Super, Luke. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I couldn't say hydrotherapy pool. Hypo, yeah. We've got one of those anyway in resort.
Excellent, good. No, thank you very much, Luke. That was great.
No worries.
Chiara.
Perfect. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Sarah.
Can you take us to Puerto Rico?
I can do my best from London, unfortunately today, but virtually we're in Puerto Rico. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining today from wherever you are in the world. As I said before, I'm Kira and I'm the Senior Sales and Marketing Executive on Discover Puerto Rico's international team. So from the London office, we look after the UK, Germany, Spain, Canada and Colombia, and all the marketing activity that takes place in those different markets. So my email address is there and feel free to contact me after if you have any questions. So I just wanted to start by giving a really quick introduction or reintroduction, as it may be to some people, to the island, because as far as the Caribbean goes, Puerto Rico is often a lesser known island. So just in brief, in terms of where we're located, I've uploaded a quick map so you can see that we're in the heart of the Caribbean and we're a medium-sized island compared to other Caribbean islands. And we're actually an archipelago. So we have the main island of Puerto Rico with the known port of San Juan, as well as Vieques and Culebra, which are our smaller islands. It's 100 by 35 miles, so very easy to drive round yourself. And just to kind of demonstrate how diverse the island is, we break the island down into these different regions to showcase all that there is to do. So most people know Puerto Rico for being a port on a cruise ship. So the metro area is where you would normally see, and that's where San Juan is, and the old town, which is beautiful old cobbled fortress and streets with colourful buildings. And that is a great kind of headline image for the island, but we also want to showcase that there's so much more to see. So to the east of the island, we've got the only rainforest in the US, because Puerto Rico is a US territory. So that's a great draw. Then in the south, we've got the Caribbean Sea and the beautiful beaches with the calm waters. The Central Mountains are obviously fairly self-explanatory. They are mountains, and we have fantastic lush scenery there, and also a great adventure park for families and couples to go and explore and use the zip lines out there. Then to the west, we've got the coastline that's more well known for surfing and water sports, because the Atlantic Ocean meets the Caribbean Sea, making Rincon, which is the top northwest corner, one of the most famous places to go surfing in the Caribbean. To the north, we've got fantastic resorts like Dorado Beach, Ritz-Carlton Resort. And then, as mentioned, we've also got the two islands just off of Puerto Rico called Culebra and Vieques, which are draws in themselves, a kind of island vacation within an island vacation. So just some fast facts about Puerto Rico. As I mentioned, we're a US territory and have been for over 120 years. So the currency is the US dollar, and you need the same ESTA to travel to Puerto Rico as you do to the US if you're coming from the UK or other European markets. English and Spanish is widely spoken across the island, which makes it really viable for people traveling from the UK as well as from Spain. Temperatures are similar to the rest of the Caribbean, so it's great to visit all year round with 28 to 32 degrees centigrade all year round. The time difference is 4 to 5 hours behind GMT. It's got so many diverse attractions, which really sets it aside from many other Caribbean islands. Its rich history, culture, culinary offerings and entertainment are best in class. It's actually the rum capital of the world, which isn't widely known. And it's the home to the pina colada, which is one of my favorite facts about the island. Can enjoy probably the best pina colada you'll ever have in Puerto Rico. And it's unlike many other Caribbean islands, it's not a fly and flop destination, but it's really well known for its incredible hotels and resorts. So just a bit on how you get there. From the UK market, it would be taking an indirect flight via two places in Europe. So we've got flights from Madrid with Iberia, which is set to resume in March. Obviously in this climate, it's difficult to confirm that will go ahead. But we also have flights from Frankfurt, which will be resuming in November this year. So perfect for people planning ahead for some winter sun next winter. And then also, it makes the perfect stopover when, Twin Center with mainland US, because there are so many flights going from mainland US, especially the East Coast. So from Miami, you're looking at a 2.5 hour flight, or from New York, 3.25 hours. So often when selling the destination to the UK market in particular, where you can't get direct flights currently, we think it works really well to kind of sell as a New York weekend break paired with a week in the Caribbean. So why Puerto Rico? Well, as mentioned, it's not a fly and flop destination, but because it's a US territory and has US standard highways, it's really, really great for anyone who already is very familiar with the US and enjoys kind of those self-exploration holidays. It's a self-drive destination. So with its size being so small and so easy to get around, people can very easily land in San Juan, have a couple of nights there, and then take themselves around the island to go to El Yunque rainforest, the only rainforest in the US, or go to Rincon and do some surfing, and really explore the island and get a feel for its culture themselves. Big part of Puerto Rico's culture is its vibrant spirit. It's home to salsas because it was a Spanish colony for so many years. So the music, the reggaeton, the salsa, it's kind of like in the streets constantly. Last time I was there, it was just street parties after street parties, and it's great and something for everyone to get involved in. And also great nightlife with a pina colada in hand. As mentioned as well, it is really well known for its luxury resorts, but as well as its luxury resorts, we do have homestay and Paris Dorés options. So there is that opportunity to kind of hit different price points from a client perspective. People don't have to stay in these incredible resorts that cost a lot of money, which obviously is ideal if people want to travel for a honeymoon or something like that. But if they really want to get a feel for the culture, then we also do have more local options at a lower price point. When cruises come back, Puerto Rico makes a great pre and post cruise stay. San Juan is one of the biggest ports in the Caribbean, so has multiple cruises departing every week. Obviously, we're hoping that will come back, probably looking at around November time for cruising to come back to the Caribbean. And then just another one for the golfers, really, it's got fantastic resorts attached to each of the luxury 5-star resorts. There's plenty of courses, but there's also dotted around the island, we have 17 golf courses. So just kind of looking more closely at San Juan, which is the most iconic part of the island, we've got Viejo San Juan, which is Old San Juan, the kind of old fortress walls, cobbled streets, coloured buildings. That's where there's often something going on all through the day and night. Then Candelo and Isla Verde is just where the coast stretches out. Both are very Miami-like, I would say, especially Candelo. That's where you get the very similar to Miami kind of resorts, whereas Viejo San Juan, you'll find kind of boutique properties. So for anyone who wants to have that boutique property stay, there's plenty to choose from in Old San Juan, or for someone who'd prefer to stay in a resort and maybe have San Juan as their base and travel out from there, I would recommend Candelo or Isla Verde. These are just some pictures of Old San Juan and what to expect. As you can see, it's very much retained its kind of colonial style heritage and buildings. So just moving on to the other kind of selling points and what you can explore in 1 week in Puerto Rico. So as I said, lots of people might choose to base themselves in San Juan and travel around the island from there, which is very easy to do if you hire a car. But what would also be great is perhaps a few nights in San Juan and then maybe 4 or 5 nights on Vieques Island, which for someone who's looking for something special and perhaps celebrating something, or after all this time not being able to travel, really wants to make the most of their time in the Caribbean, Vieques offers that kind of secluded retreat away from mainland Puerto Rico, which in itself is a great island escape. But Vieques is actually inhabited by wild ponies, so that in itself showcases kind of how isolated it feels, and it's how much quieter it is than the beaches and attractions you'll find on the mainland island. It's also home to one of the 3 bioluminescent bays that you'll find in Puerto Rico. So for anyone who doesn't know what a bioluminescent bay is, it's where you kayak out at night to a bay in the water, and where when it's dark, so it's better to do it when there's no moon. You put your hand in the water and the plankton glows, so it's a really incredible experience. And Puerto Rico is actually home to 3 of the world's 5 bioluminescent bays, so it's something that's really special to this destination, and the brightest one can be found on Vieques Island. So for someone who's looking for something really special, that's definitely one to look into. In terms of properties, there's plenty to choose from. El Bloc Hotel being a really quirky contemporary property on Vieques Island, which we recommend for people looking to travel there. And then in terms of how you get there, there's the option of ferry or of a private seaplane. The ferry is very cheap, it's $2, which is incredible, but that's very much a local's experience. So for anyone who's looking to have that kind of seamless holiday experience, I would definitely recommend getting the 10-minute seaplane. Obviously, being a Caribbean island, we're really well known for our water sports. As mentioned, on the west of the island, where the Caribbean Sea meets the Atlantic, got incredible surf. There's also fishing, diving, kayaking, paddleboarding, you name it, and we have it. And in terms of adventure, so I think this is something that's really a selling point for Puerto Rico itself. So as mentioned, we do have 3 of the world's 5 bioluminescent bays. And then we also have the only rainforest in the US. So with those 2 things, we have something very unique on such a small island compared to the rest of the world. And we also have Toro Verde National Adventure Park. So in those central mountains, we have one of the longest zip lines in the world. I think it's actually been taken over now in the Guinness World Records, but we did at one point have the longest zip line in the world, La Bestia and El Monstro, which sound kind of terrifying, and I think they are, because you go head first. I haven't actually done it, but my manager's done it a few times, and it's definitely worth doing. So just a quick overview of the hotels in Puerto Rico. As we're a US territory, we all recognize all the kind of big resort names that we have on the island, which is great for anyone who's very loyal in who they want to stay with. And as mentioned before, we do also have those Paradoras and the smaller boutique properties. Some of our most luxury properties I've just picked out here. So we've got Dorado Beach, a Ritz-Carlton Reserve, that's on the north side of the island, a really, really beautiful property with an amazing golf course. And then you've got St. Regis Bahia Beach Resort, which is on the east side of the island, and it's kind of facing on one side the beautiful coastline, and on the other it backs onto the rainforest. So either side of the resort you're staying on, you've got this incredible landscape surrounding you. And then just 2 properties that are in San Juan. You've got Candelo Vanderbilt Hotel. So that's in the area of Condado, which I said before is very similar to Miami. That kind of vibrant, youthful feel of those private beach resorts. And then you've got Hotel El Convento, which is in Old San Juan, and it's a converted convent. So really, really unique property, really beautiful. We've got some great videos actually, which I'll share with Sarah after this, and perhaps she can share with you on kind of the history behind this hotel and the real heart and soul that has gone into making it what it is today. And you can see it's got a little pool on the roof there, so you can have views of San Juan. So just in terms of what's coming up, obviously we've had a lot of things delayed from last year. So many hotels that were planning on opening last year are now being delayed till this year, but it's a great opportunity for these hotels to have used that time to really take a look at what they're offering and kind of revamp what they've got. So it's going to be an exciting time for those properties reopening this year. We're also celebrating the island's San Juan's 500th anniversary. So it was founded 500 years ago, and there'll be many celebrations planned around that on the island. We've got the West Side Story, which is obviously a story around Puerto Ricans in New York, is set to be remade by Spielberg, and it will be premiering at the end of this year. So we're planning on doing quite a few activations around that as well, which should get interest with consumers. So that would be great. So just to quickly recap on the many, many things that there are to do in Puerto Rico probably the top 5 would be to take a tour of Old San Juan. There are some fantastic tours, including culinary tours and cocktail tours, which always make it a bit more interesting and engaging. Then you've got El Yunque Rainforest, which is a must do, especially for people, even if they're doing a pre or post cruise day and only on the island for a night or two. It's only a 45-minute drive from San Juan, so easily done in an afternoon. And it's fantastic, beautiful views. You can go swimming in waterfalls. You have to kayak in one of Puerto Rico's 3 bioluminescent bays because it's something for the bucket list and definitely an unforgettable experience. And then everyone should be learning to salsa with locals. There's always time for a night out or some time in a bar with a pina colada in hand when in Puerto Rico. And our national dish is mofongo, which I haven't actually touched on, but I will leave that as a thought for you because it's something that definitely should be tried. It's a combination of beans and rice and pork, which are all big things in Puerto Rico. So on that note, I will just say thank you to everyone for joining again, and leave you with this link, which is to our Puerto Rico expert page. So this program is fantastic for you to learn more about everything I've covered today in far more detailed, and you'll be able to be an expert in no time. I've just got a video.
Play the video, go for it.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it. Yeah.
And that's Puerto Rico.
Thank you. That video was amazing and it's finished it off perfectly. I think there's a few questions that are coming up, so I'll answer those just at the end. And you might have a couple of options in chat just to reply back to. I've been to Puerto Rico and I absolutely fell in love with it, and it's just great to have that recap. And I missed majority of the things there, so yeah, definitely need to go back.
Oh, you'll have to go back, Sarah.
I'm going. I'm on it. Okay, so thank you very much. And Vic.
Yeah. Shall I share my screen now?
Go for it. Take us to St. Lucia.
Okay, fantastic. So last but not least, we have Bay Gardens Resorts in St. Lucia. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to take you on a whistle-stop tour of Bay Gardens Resorts in St. Lucia. But the first thing I wanted to make sure that I mentioned, as a lot of you will know, the UK has implemented testing now on the return journey into the UK. And in that, obviously in St. Lucia, we are going to be offering at Bay Gardens Resorts across the group a free testing service. So the rapid antigen tests, which are accepted in the UK, USA and France, will be provided free of charge for clients who have booked an all-inclusive package of up to 5 nights or longer. So if you've got any questions about that, please do drop me an email or pop it in the chat box. So before or as we go on, Bay Gardens Resorts is made up of 3 3-star properties: the Bay Gardens Inn, the Bay Gardens Hotel, and the Bay Gardens Marina Haven, and the 4-star Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. And we also have 2 amazing villas, which are kind of 4.5-star, as well as Splash Island Water Park. So there is a lot to the Bay Gardens Resorts group in St. Lucia. Now, location is everything, and all of the properties are situated in the north, up in the Rodney Bay area. So if you know St. Lucia, you'll know that that is the prime location where you've got about 40 different bars and restaurants on your doorstep. You've got the island's only casino, you've got duty-free shopping, you've got doctor's surgeries, you've got supermarkets. So really everything you could need is up there. Now, if your clients are coming in on an international flight, they will fly into the south, into Huanora International Airport. The transfer time up to Rodney Bay is about an hour and a half. They can take a helicopter transfer, which would bring them up to Castries Airport. And then it would be about a 20-minute drive up to the properties in Rodney Bay. Now, in terms of flights and operators, for travel agents, so we have daily flights on British Airways holidays. Obviously, that's pre-COVID, but we expect those levels to come back once we get back to some normality. If you're looking to book packages, you can book with Donata, you can book with Carib Tours, Travel Counsellors have the contracts on Phoenix, TUI, and also Hayes Travel. Or if you're a travel agent, you can also book directly with the hotel and they will give you commission. Now, one of the key USPs for you for Bay Gardens is that you become a member of the family on arrival. So you are truly welcomed as part of the Bay Gardens family, and that's why we have an awful lot of repeat clients. So if you make a booking to any of the Bay Gardens properties, you've almost bagged yourself a repeat client year on year, which is great. Bay Gardens is one of the only St. Lucian owned and St. Lucian run properties. And last year they actually celebrated their 25th anniversary. So they've got some great heritage behind them. So just to give you a whistle-stop tour of all of the hotels again. So this is the Bay Gardens Hotel, 87 rooms. It's based up in Rodney Bay. We've got lots of different room categories here. I'm going to go through them quite quickly because I have only got 10 minutes, but we have, just to say, I've got some deeper trainings that I can go through if anybody would like to know a little bit more about those room categories. Bay Gardens Inn is opposite the Bay Gardens Hotel, 33 rooms. It's a lovely boutique property. It's great for families, great for couples. And we also often have a group will take it over, particularly possibly a wedding group or a walking group. We've also got the Bay Gardens Marina Haven. Now, this is the newest property to the group, 3-star again, very boutique, beautiful area, and it's actually located outside of Rodney Bay, but just opposite the St. Lucia Marina. So if your clients want to be able to walk down to the marina and all the pop-up bars and restaurants that they have, which has really taken on a life of its own, it's a fantastic location. Now, all of these properties link beautifully to the Bay Gardens Beach Club, which is situated at the 4-star Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. Directly on Redwee Beach, you have full use of the non-motorized water sports. You have full use of Splash Island Water Park. You have use of the sun lounges on the beach and the waiter service. So there's a shuttle service. It goes every hour. It will collect you from your hotel, wherever you are, if you're at the inn, the hotel, or the beach, the Marina Haven, and it will bring you down to the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. And that runs even during this COVID time. We have a bubble with those resorts. So if you book into one of the 3-star properties, you can come down and spend your days on the beach. And this is Splash Island Water Park. So to give you a better idea of this product, I mean, this is wonderful for if you've got families with big children as well as little children. You have to be age 6 to come on the water park. You sign a waiver, you have a life jacket, and you swim out to the water park. There are always lifeguards on here as well, so it's great. You really can relax and know that if you wanted to go back to the beach and lie on a sun lounger, which I tend to do after about 20 minutes, that the kids are going to be looked after by the lifeguards, and you can still watch and see them quite clearly. So this is really, really good fun. And then of course, we have all the motorized water sports as well. These are payable locally. So there really is so much to do in terms of playing with the water at Bay Gardens. But some people prefer to eat when they go on holiday. And it's good to note that we have a team of award-winning chefs across the group. And food is a really big part of Bay Gardens. So they are really foodie. They have some fantastic chefs and some fantastic restaurants. And it's a real mix. I hope everyone has had lunch, because I'm showing some photos now. You'll be starving if you haven't already eaten. Now, in addition to the rates, so all of our rates start on bed and breakfast. We also have an MAP program, but we have an all-inclusive program. And our all-inclusive program is a little bit special because it includes a dine around. So if you stay for 7 nights, for 2 of those nights, you're able to go out and eat at some independent restaurants in the area. So you have a choice of Indian or Chinese or local cuisine. You can have international cuisine. There's sushi, I think, down in the Marina. There's also tapas. So there's a load of things that you can have. The transfer to and from the restaurant is also included. So that's a really great selling point because you're supporting the local community as well. Now, at the moment with COVID, not all of the restaurants you're able to go into and dine. There are still some that you can go to. You have to make a reservation first of all. But if there's a particular restaurant on the program that you're not able to go to, then you can order and have a takeaway at the moment. So they'll bring it to the beach resort and you can eat it there or to any of the other properties. There's also 1 daily spa treatment, which is included. That's per room per night. And that would be a foot massage, a head and shoulder massage, or a back massage for 30 minutes. Now you can have those 1 a day per room. So, or you could save a couple of them up and have them over 3 or 4 days. And the only other thing to mention on the all-inclusive is that there is a supplement for steak and lobster. Now, Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa is our 4-star property. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on this one for you. We have 1 lagoon style swimming pool, as you can see on the screen now. And you can actually see, I don't know if you can see my cursor here, but this area, you can actually take a sun lounger in and lie on the sun lounger. It's also perfect if you've got families with young children and they want to grab a bucket and spade from the kids club and play in the water here because they can just about stand up, but that's quite a large area there. So it's about 1 foot of water. In the center of the swimming pool, there is a jacuzzi. And you can see one of the things I love about this property is that it's flat and you can get anywhere really easily. So if you're in the room and you want to get to the pool, if you're at the pool and you want to get to the beach, if you're at the beach and you want to get to the restaurant, you can get everywhere in about 30 seconds. So it's very easy to get around and it makes it a really lovely family holiday. Now, in terms of the restaurants, this is our high tide restaurant. So this is where we serve breakfast, lunch and dinner. The view here is amazing. You can see Pigeon Island in the background and it's a lovely spot to eat, but they really do mix it up. So some nights you'll have tapas, some nights you might have steak and lobster, some nights it might be international cuisine, some nights they might do a fish fry. They're wonderful at doing themed events as well. So you might find that one night they have all of the food is served in like chalets along the beach to make it feel more like a fish fry evening, especially at the moment during COVID where clients aren't able to leave the hotel because of the protocols. Now this is Sea Grapes restaurant. This would be open for lunch or dinner 3 evenings a week. It's one of my favorite restaurants. Amazing seafood. Chef Peter does some really wonderful product here. Spiced crab back, all local fish, lionfish, lobster, really lovely place to sit. And again, fantastic views of Pigeon Island and the beach itself. So this is a real kind of authentic St. Lucian restaurant. We also have the poolside dining as well. So if you don't want to move too far from your sun lounger, you can order from the restaurant and have the food brought over to you around the pool. So totally relaxing. Now, if any of you guys are doing weddings, we have a fantastic free wedding package. You just have to book a minimum of a 1-bedroom pool view suite and the wedding package is complimentary. And what I think is great to note as well, there's no additional charge for a beach wedding and there's no additional charge for a sunset wedding. Now, I understand we're getting quite a lot of inquiries for vow renewals at the moment from all those couples that had to scale back their weddings last year and they want to still kind of have a little bit of a party. So this is a great option and we will shortly be producing a wedding training video. So please, if you're interested, do drop me an email. My contact details will be up at the end and I can make sure that I can send that video to you. We also have a wedding coordinator on site. So if you want to have a direct connection to the wedding coordinator, I can put you in touch with her. So just, you can see the beach wedding, such a lovely spot. And they have beautiful flowers, local flowers, and it's totally stress-free. Now we have Lemaire Spa, which is situated at the beach resort. Again, guests of the other properties can always come down and use Lemaire Spa. There are 4 treatment rooms, one of which is a twin treatment room. So that's a great product. And they've also introduced Ayurvedic treatments at the beach resort. And they also have a wellness consultant. So if you have clients who really need to get away and pamper themselves both mentally and physically, then this is a great spot for them to come to. And if, again, for more details on the wellness packages, please do contact me afterwards. Now, we have a great kids club. This is situated at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. It's open from 9:30 in the morning to 12:30, and then again in the afternoon from 1:30 to 3:30. What's lovely though is even when it's closed, they leave a lot of toys outside, so you can just grab things and take them down to the beach if you want to, or take them to the pool and just bring them back at the end of the day. But they do lots of craft, t-shirt tie-dyeing, games, and the lady that runs the kids club, Francesca, she's great. She'll walk through the restaurant in the morning when she sees families with children. She'll introduce herself, give them the program for the week, let them know what they're doing. So it's really, really great kids club. And also if you've got clients who did want babysitting outside of those hours, then we can arrange that for clients as well. So let me go on to the accommodation at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. It's really very, very simple. We have deluxe rooms, which are our lead-in room category. So deluxe garden, pool and beachfront. Then we have a 1 or a 2 bedroom, which is a pool or a beachfront category. So this is your deluxe room. This is your lead-in room. Now, all the rooms have been recently refurbished. You can see they're really bright and spacious. 2 queen size beds in here. There's tea and coffee making facilities, a small fridge freezer and a walk-in shower. And all the rooms would have either a balcony or a patio area. Now, next to every single deluxe room, we have the 1 bedroom suite. So this is the master bedroom. These are really spacious rooms, by the way. We've had cots and beds and all sorts of things in here and still had plenty of room to walk around. Now the bathroom for the ensuite for the master bedroom in the 1 bedroom suite is huge. As you can see, there's a tub and a shower, double sinks, lots of space. And then the living area, this is all open plan. So you have a full kitchen, and then you have your living area, which is open plan, living, kitchen, dining area. The bed here is a queen size sofa bed. Every room has got a flat screen TV. All of the rooms and the public areas and the beach have got complimentary high-speed Wi-Fi. So these are really great. These work really well for larger families. Maybe if you've got 3 children, multi-generational families, you're traveling with a nanny, or groups of friends. Now, in addition to all of that product I've already shown you, we have these 2 fantastic villas. So these are the Water's Edge villas. These are 4,000 square feet each. They're 2 villas that are situated right next to each other, very kind of Miami in their style. They're situated off property right in the heart of Rodney Bay. I kind of always think it's a bit like the Beverly Hills of Rodney Bay. Every villa has got its own pool. You can see inside, they're really spacious. So this was downstairs. You've got your open plan living, dining area, and then it goes around to the kitchen. There's also a utility room. Again, the rates are on bed and breakfast, but we can also do an all-inclusive rate. So you could have a chef come and cook for you in the morning, or you could go to the beach resort for breakfast. Again, the shuttle works at the villas as well as it works at the other 3-star properties. So, and again, you can come down to the beach resort, and you can also use the swimming pool at the beach resort as well as the beach and all the water sports facilities. There's also Alexa concierge as well, which I think is great. You can imagine you come back from the beach and the beach resort, you're exhausted, really hungry and tired. So you can just ask Alexa to order some pizzas for you, drop them over, and you can be munching away while you're getting ready to go out for a later dinner. You can see as well, right by the pool, you've got an area here to moor your own boat. So if you do have clients who are doing some sailing around the Caribbean and then they'd like to come and have a week or 2 on island, this works really well for them. So just a quick recap then of our unique selling points. So complimentary shuttle service between all the properties, all-inclusive program that includes our dine around and obviously the daily spa treatment as well. Located in Rodney Bay, where you've got everything close to hand. It's got the only water park on island, which is free for all of our guests, and that's unlimited use. So unlimited water park and unlimited non-motorized water sports. There's a kids club. You become a member of the family on your first visit, and we really do love travel agents and tour operators. So please join our rewards program. These are the details for the rewards program now. So you can see for a 4-night booking or more, it's 20 either pounds, dollars, or euros. And then that goes up for a 7-night booking, it's 40. And if you did a booking at the Water's Edge, it's £100, $100 or 100 euros, which is amazing. If you make 50 room nights of bookings, or once you hit that 50 nights, and that could be right across the group, we will give you a 7-night stay for 2 people. So you can definitely come down and stay with us, become part of the family and experience Bay Gardens firsthand. So my contact details are up on the screen now. please do make a note of them. Drop me an email. If you'd like any of the images, I've also got lovely videos, but I wanted to talk more today rather than show the videos. So if you'd like any videos or images for your own social media marketing that you'd like to do, please contact me. I'm happy to send all of that over to you, and you can use all of that as well. Whew, that's it. I can take a breath now. So I'm going to stop sharing and hand back over to Sarah.
Thank you, Victoria. That was an amazing presentation. Really covered a lot of things. So thank you very, very much. Okay, we've got a couple of questions. I know the guys have already been answering a lot behind the scenes. So let's have a look. So Selena's asked, is the bay supervised? Or is it just the water park which has got the lifeguards?
Oh, so yeah, the water park is supervised with the lifeguards. The bay area itself, we have security on the bay, but not a lifeguard on the bay. But I have to say, I mean, we were there, gosh, it feels like so long ago, 2 years ago now, maybe May, and my children went out on the kayaks, and they kind of started going out a little bit too far, and I immediately went to the guys at the water park, at the water sports, and said, can I have a kayak to go out and bring them back? And they were like, oh no, we'll do it. And they just went straight out and brought them back to somewhere where I felt I was safer with. I think they were having such a nice time. They didn't feel worried at all, but there are people around there. So as long as a parent, you're watching your children, if you do get a bit nervous, then somebody from the water sports team will go out and bring them back.
Super. Is a Sea Grape restaurant managed during COVID? I'm not sure what that means. Do you?
Yeah. So do you mean open? So Sea Grape's restaurant has reopened, but I'll have to check. Obviously, that was before we went back into a national lockdown. Certainly, because it's certainly based on occupancy. So I can double check if I can take a note of who asked the question, or if everybody would like the answer, then I can just send it out to everybody afterwards.
I can send you the questions through so you can have a look. No problem.
Great.
Were the hotels known under a previous name before?
No.
Or has it always been Bay Gardens?
Always been Bay Gardens Resort. So first of all, it was the Bay Gardens Hotel, and then they bought the Bay Gardens Inn, and then about 13 years ago, they built and opened the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. So that was totally brand new and built from scratch about 13 years ago. And then they've bought Bay Gardens Marina Haven recently. Now, I think prior to that being a Bay Gardens, it was just known as Marina Haven. And then the Water's Edge Villas, they built those again. So they're brand new.
Super. And it doesn't belong to a chain, does it? It's
totally independent, St. Lucian owned and St. Lucian run. And I think one thing I didn't put in the presentation, but it's really good to know, is they do an awful lot of, they support the local community a lot, because they're obviously St. Lucian, it's really close to their heart. So for example, they have a program where they feed 80 local primary school children breakfast every single day. They adopt farmers, and they provide them with chicks, hens and layers that they can use. They raised, I think after the hurricane a couple of years ago, they raised $15,000 US for the Bahamas Hotel Association as well. So they really are very productive in looking after the local community and the wider Caribbean community.
Oh, super. Julie's just asked, will the recording be available after? Yes, I will email it out to everybody. And she's asked, can the helicopter transfer be arranged through you?
I can't arrange the helicopter transfer, but I can give you all the details of the helicopter transfer. I think you have to go to I think it's St. Lucia Helicopters directly. And also that to note, something that I forgot to mention, but it's brand new, is a water taxi transfer. So you can get a water taxi now from Huanora International Airport that takes you up to Rodney Bay. I think it's 90-minute transfer, and the cost includes drinks and food on the transfer. So that's quite a nice way to come up from the south to the north of the island as well. So I can send details of contacts for the helicopter transfer and details of the water taxi transfer on a follow-up email.
Super, thank you very much. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the questions. So if everybody can go to your chat and go to panelists and attendees. So literally the first person to answer correctly is going to get into 10 times into the spin to wins that we're going to do tomorrow. So Luke, tell us what remind us what your prize is, and then tell us what your question is, and we're watching for the fastest finger.
So my prize is £50 via royaltonrewards.co.uk. And my question is, when did we open the doors to the hotel?
Okay, so the first person.
I need to make my questions a lot harder, don't I?
So Rebecca has said 2019 May.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Well done. Who's Rebecca? Well done, Rebecca.
So you're entered 10 times. Right, okay. Kiara.
Okay, so my prize is a £50 Love Shop voucher. And my question, I'm worried it's going to be equally easy now, having seen how quick you all were, is how many bioluminescent bays are there in Puerto Rico?
Okay, so Christine was first. She said 3.
3 is correct.
Again, Christine, you're entered 10 times. Okay, and Victoria.
Gosh, I forgot about the question, so I'm just trying to come up with something. So on the Dine Around program, if you stay 7 nights, how many nights are you able to go out? Oh, look at that. That's amazing.
You didn't even finish the question.
No. Fantastic.
Hang on. So where am I? I'm getting confused now because there's that many numbers. I can't tell where one finished and one started. Hang on, so it must be. I've got a feeling it was Christine again, who said 2. Is that correct?
I can't get that far up the chat box.
Is 2 the correct answer?
2 is the correct answer, yes.
Okay, Christine, you already entered 10 times, so I'm going to award it to the next person, who is Jacqueline, because you're entered 10 times into all of them, so you've already got the win-win. So Jacqueline, you were second, so you were also entered 10 times into all of them. So, but everybody else can still stand a chance of winning, because some weeks we can have 3 winners that haven't been fastest finger first. But it's great to see you all looking at the program, looking and listening and answering the questions correctly. So thank you. Just final thing, don't forget to log all of your bookings on mycaribbeanrewards.com. You maybe need to, Kiara, just send me a list of all of your hotels, just so I can make sure that all of them are logged into the system, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, other than that, thank you for joining us. Thank you to the speakers, and your presentations have been amazing, so thank you very, very much. And guys, we'll see you next week at next week's Caribbean Corner. So thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.